In this first look video from InfluenceWP, we are checking out a browser extension called GoPublish, which, as it shows on my screen, is a convenient way to effortlessly move data from Google Docs into your WordPress site. Before we poke around the website here a bit for GoPublish and then look at the solution together, just a quick bit of housekeeping. First look videos cover products and services that we have no prior experience with. They show vendors how new users experience their website, product, and services for the very first time. These videos are unedited, high-level introductions that are not paid for, they're not sponsored, and they contain no affiliate links. If you would like videos like this or other types of videos created for your business, go to influencewp.com/partners and request your free lifetime partner membership. And we thank GoPublish for being a partner. Also, I'd like to mention that at the time of this recording, GoPublish is running a free giveaway on InfluenceWP. No purchase required, completely free entry, no strings attached. Just go over to our website and look for that free giveaway. It's very easy to find. At the time of this recording, we've got maybe like 2.5 days to go before that is going to run out. So you have 2.5 days to enter that contest. So hurry up and go do that if you like what you see in this video. All right. So the website is gopublish.io. And we're just going to poke around here a bit and see what we see. I typically dive down into the footer unless something catches my eye. So here we see the main features: Gutenberg and Classic Editor support, create new post pages or custom posts. So again, this is coming from Google Docs over to WordPress. Set up custom URL permalinks, preserve image file names, integrate seamlessly with Yoast and Rank Math plugins, import content directly from WordPress. So say no to opening the chunky admin panel to update content. Import your content from your WordPress to Google Docs. So my understanding is this went to Google Docs, from Google Docs to WordPress. So this says import content directly from WordPress. So I actually did not know that was a thing. So we will see if we run across how to do that. All right. So looking down here in the footer, we see a changelog. I'd like to look at that. They have an affiliate program if that's something you're interested in. I'm not seeing actual documentation. Maybe we will run into that once we install the add-on, hopefully. I'm not seeing an about page either, so a bit of feedback. I would like to see an about page with a little bit about who is behind this product, putting faces with names, if you will, to establish that bit of trust. So just a little recommendation there. We also see a good number of free tools over here on the right-hand side, bottom right of the footer. And they have another product called Alt Magic, which is AI alt text generators. All right, let's go back in the header and make sure we're just not missing anything. You can book a demo with them. It looks like there's some case studies. But the idea here, from what I've read up on in this video right here I've watched, is basically you have data in either a Google Doc or a Google worksheet, and you want to bring that over into WordPress. And as it says here on my screen, to eliminate the copying and pasting, formatting issues, and optimization hassles that come with SEO. So like you can bulk set up meta descriptions, meta titles, things of that nature, tags, categories, all of that stuff. Set it up in a sheet, for example, bring that over to WordPress in bulk. All righty, let's check this out. So we're going to go ahead and install the free add-on, and then we're going to try to license it up. So I'm just connecting to my Google account for InfluenceWP. I'm giving it all the permissions. GoPublish all of the permissions that it needs to work with the browser. Okay, it says it's been installed. It highlights that it works with Google Docs and Google Sheets. Let's go next. One more additional step. All right, so let's click this link here and see what this does. All right, so we have a video we need to see. And it says it's super short, so we'll see here. So 1 minute and 30. Hopefully we don't need to go through that whole thing. I'm actually going to take myself off the screen here. No need to see my face anymore. Okay, so let's just kind of speed go through this. So we already installed it. We're good there. We've got our, let's see. So then they open the Google Doc. Okay. So it says go to extensions. Let's open a doc. Here's the extensions. Go publish. My account. Redeem code. So this is what I need to do. So let me do that real quick on my other screen. So I'm going to pull this over to my other screen. Let me redeem my license code. Okay, so I punched that in and it says I am activated here. All right, so next up, what do we need to do? Let's go back to the video. Extensions, go publish, connect to WordPress. Okay, so back there, back to our doc, extensions, go publish, connect to WordPress. Okay, over here on the right-hand side, enter your WordPress website. All right, let's put in the name of this test domain. And let's click connect. You also have options here to check a box if your website is hosted on WordPress.com, which we are not, so we won't check it. You can also switch over to do an application password. If you're familiar with how to do that in WordPress, you just assign it to a particular user account in WordPress rather than using whatever we're about to do here, which is click connect. So it looks like it already, not sure how that got in there. Let's start over. There we go. Let's click connect. All right, this brings up, this is the application password I was talking about. So it looks like it's going to go ahead and try to maybe do that anyway. All right, let's just go ahead and click on yes, I approve this connection. Connection successful. Close this pop-up and click done, the done button in the app to proceed. Okay, let's do that. Close, done. Okay, here we go. So we're going to click this start exporting button. This opens a whole new side panel over here. I'm going to go back to this video and just see if there's anything else we need to see in here real quick. So that's interesting. So that's what I expected to happen when you click connect. I expected to see a login to WordPress, but instead I've kind of got the app password experience. Okay. Okay. So it does take you over to what we did. Okay. So a little bit different steps, but the main thing is we got connected successfully and very easily. So no big deal. All right. Let's close down that video. I forgot to, before we moved over to looking at the solution, I forgot to go over the changelog. So we have an active changelog here, and we have version numbers with, we have the month in here, but we do have the day. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I just overlooked that. So I'm glad to see, oh, actually, no, we don't have date. We have months in the year. So I would like to see the exact date that these things were released. So just a little nitpicky thing there, but I think it's important to show those dates. This is better than nothing. It's better than, as far as dates, it's better than, a lot of times you see people don't put dates in their change logs, but at least there's the month in there. So that's beneficial. But sometimes when you have releases in the same month, but it looks like this is on a monthly cadence. So that's not as big of an issue. But if you start getting on like 4 updates each month, then that's when the dates become more important. Okay, let me get off that soapbox. Let's move on. So we already have this installed. We can close this screen out. Okay, so this is the new panel we have over here on the right. We have our website connected, so that's the one we're going to export to. Create new, update old. Okay, we're going to create a new post rather than update old post. So let's create new post. Select publish status. We're going to do. We're just going to publish it, but you can choose put it in draft mode, publish it, put it in private mode, or you can schedule. Let's try schedule. Okay, cool. So then that brings up the dates you can choose. All right, let's go ahead and choose publish just for fun. Editor type, you can choose classic or Gutenberg. Let's go Gutenberg. You can create a title. Let's say Go Publish is awesome. And I apologize if you hear rumbling in the background. These videos are live and unedited. We have a major thunderstorm rolling through. So hopefully my power stays on and my connection. Okay, GoPublish is awesome. And the box is checked to use this as an H1 title. So we'll go ahead and roll with that for SEO purposes. Categories. Select domain to view categories. Okay. So, not seeing how that works. Because if we go back over to the site, posts, categories, I do have some test categories in there. So I'm not quite sure what this does. Select domain. Oh, okay. So you do have to select here. Okay. I thought it just defaulted if you only had one. So that's why we do these videos. There we go. Now it's fetching the categories. Boom. Cool. We'll say, hey, this is part of category 1. This is what we're posting here. So that's cool. Do we want to export with images? So let's say we have GoPublish is a browser extension. And then let's go over to my media. Let's download this media. Let's drop this into the doc. So I'm going to attach this here. Okay. So then, yes, we want to try bringing in the images from the post. Use first image as featured image. Okay, sure. So let's bring in another image. Let's make this our featured image. I'm going to download that one. Import. Okay, so it's got both of those images in there. Okay. Use the first image as the featured image. Okay, yes, let's do that. Include image alt text from alt text input. Let's see how we do that. For adding alt text, right click on the image and select the alt text option. Okay, so right click on the image, alt text right here, and we'll just put something. This is my alt text. For SEO purposes, you want to put that alt text in there. So let's go ahead and go with that. Close. So we're going to check that box, include image alt text from alt text input. Okay. Image health check. Not quite sure what that is. We're going to skip this SEO metadata just for the sake of time, but it looks like they give you a nice setup video if you want to watch that. But you can add a meta title, meta description, post settings. You can add an excerpt. Type that in here. This is my excerpt. Okay. Actually, can I just check this box? Okay, there we go. So that's not difficult. Okay, so if you want to change the meta title, okay, let's go ahead and do this. This is my meta title. Let's do a meta description. This is my meta description. Okay. You can, oh, that's cool. So I'm glad I did that because you see here, then we can use AI and I don't know. Let's go ahead and click it and see. Generating. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. Like, do you have to bring your own like AI like key from some other program like OpenAI or something like that to make this work? But again, there's a setup guide here if you want to watch that. I'm going to go ahead and just hard code this in for now. This is my meta title. While we're on this topic, let's go ahead and go publish. Let's just see if we can see what this is. Let's go to pricing. AI image alt text, AI meta title description. Okay, so it is in the plan. I'm just not sure how to use it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and move on. I'm sure this setup video will cover that. We'll skip that for the brevity of the video. Custom permalink, do we want to set that up? It looks like AI or something is generating that for us. I'm going to untick that for now. Let's move on. Other settings, convert all external links to open in a new tab. make all links no follow, include font colors, remove all empty lines. Let's try that. Include iframes, export YouTube links as embed player. Checking this will automatically detect all of the YouTube links included in your content and export them as an embedded player. Very, very cool. Export Twitter links as embedded tweets, similar concept. Add Google Doc link as a markdown comment. Link of the Google document with current date time will be exported as markdown comment, which only editors can see. So very powerful configuration options here. We can preview here. Let's go ahead and try that out. So this is the HTML, how that's going to look. Okay. I feel like that there should be more in here, but we'll find out. We'll test this out. So, all right, let's export the post, see what happens. Exported successfully. Okay, let's go back over to our WordPress install. Let's go to posts. Again, we set it to publish, right? So it, in fact, is published. It is published under the category we chose, category 1. Let's go ahead and edit that post. Here's our H1 that came in. Here's our bit of text. Here's that first image. Now, it didn't pull in our second image. I noticed that. It also, we chose this to be our featured image. Oh, okay. I got it. That makes perfect sense. Okay. So when we did it, we set this first image to be our featured image. So it's just going to pull that over to the featured image area and then only use this image within the content area of the post, which that is exactly what it's doing. Here is the featured image. Okay. Here's the excerpt we created. What else did we tick on? Category 1 again is there. Now I want to look at this post on the front end. Let's view the source. So if you don't know how to right click on a piece of content in WordPress, go view page source and just do a search for the word meta. And we should start seeing some of that meta that we put in there. So meta, let's just do description. Yeah, so it looks like it didn't pull the meta in because remember what we put in here. This is my meta title. So if I do a search for that, Control F to search, this is my, see, it didn't do that. And I remember when I said right here that when we were previewing the HTML here, I said, I feel like this is not enough. I think that's what the case is. I'm not actually seeing the meta in here. Okay. At the very top, we see the meta name, some meta information, but it's not the meta that we need. Let me just do a search for meta here. Here we go. Okay, so here's the meta title. GoPublish is awesome, but we're not getting the rest of the stuff in there. Okay, let's go ahead and yeah, I don't know. Let's try it one more time, maybe. So we did the excerpt. That's cool. Let's go ahead and skip that this time. I'm just going to put some gibberish in here just to try to trigger this again. Maybe it's because I clicked. I don't know. I don't know why it didn't do that. Let's go preview HTML again. Okay, still not appearing in here. Not the end of the world. It might be something I'm doing. Again, there's a setup video to watch. It's probably something I'm just doing wrong, but this is very cool. Very, very powerful stuff. Yeah, super, super cool. All right, let's go back to their website here. I'm going to make sure. Let's see what else we can look at here. All right, let's look at some of the things that we can do. One-click publishing without any formatting issues. Yeah, pretty much saw that. So we're good to go on the docs thing. SEO optimization in Google Docs. Yeah, we pretty much covered this. I'll just we'll just have to look into it further about the meta, why that didn't go in. But if you look here at the screenshot on their website, it looks like that should have worked. Bulk export multiple posts at once. Use Google Sheets with Google Docs to export and publish multiple. Okay, let's go check this out and see if we can do this without. I don't want to keep you guys here too long. So let's go Sheets, blank sheet. All right, let's go Extensions, go Publish, Connect Domain. Okay, GoPublish has evolved. New enhanced add-on available. We've created a separate version with enhanced performance for Google Sheets. Okay, get the new add-on. Install. Okay. I'm guessing it's the same steps. Let's just blow through this really quick. This is a bit longer video, 8 minutes long. Okay, let's try to do this without the video. Let's go done. Let's close this. Okay, maybe I have to do that. So I already installed it. Let's go try this again. Extension, go publish, connect domain. All right, I guess we have to watch the video. All right, let's keep going and see if we can see what's what. Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing what is in there. Maybe we need to refresh our screen. Refresh. Extensions. There we go. Connect domain. Bingo. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go grab the domain name again. Connect. Yes, we are going to approve the connection again. All right, let's close this and click done. All righty. So that looks to be done and connected. So now let's go extensions, go publish Google Sheets. Okay, let's go back here. Let's check out the video again. Okay, export. Go publish, export. Okay, so let's go try that. Extensions, go publish Google Sheets, set up export sheet, run bulk export, post export. Okay. Select domain to publish to. Let's do our test site. We are going to create new posts. We're going to publish them. We're going to go with Gutenberg blocks. Again, we're going to go with category 1. We're going to do the same stuff here. Export with images. Images will be uploaded to the media library. Yep. Use first image as featured image. Yep. Just all the same stuff. Okay. You have a little bit, some different settings here, but it's also some overlapping settings from what you see when you're doing the Google Docs stuff. Okay. Okay. So export posts. Okay. Let's go back here to see how we're going to set this up. Okay, that's exporting that's back in the doc again, but I'm not seeing how to do with the sheets. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. So I got it now. Okay. So let's get back out of here. So let's say you've got this document right here. Let's go back to our docs. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll just do two for the sake of time. Let's just do two. Can we duplicate this? No. I'm not, full transparency, I'm not a Google Docs user, so I'm kind of, just, I'm a good person to do this video in this particular case because I'm definitely learning as I go, like what's possible with Google Docs. Can I clone this document? Maybe I just copy everything. All right, let's do a Control C to copy. I'm going to go back and create another document. Let's rename this. Let's rename this to Doc1. Let's create another document called Doc2. Let's paste in all that content. Okay. In this case, what we're going to do, we're just going to append the number 2 to everything. And we're going to flip flop these images around. Okay. This is now going to be our featured image. And this is going to be just the image that's in the content of the body of our post. Okay. All right. So with those in place, let's go back to the docs. And can I copy this link? Let's change our view maybe to, there we go. That doesn't really do anything for me. Open in file picker. What's that do? No. I just want to get the URLs. Can I copy it? No, I can't get it. Okay. I'm just going to open each of these docs again. Sorry, I look like a complete amateur with this. Okay. So I'm going to grab the links. I'm going to go over into my spreadsheet. I'm going to paste those in. Okay, so I have those in. Let me go back to his video, the vendor, and see what he puts for a URL, like for the full URL. He's not really exposing that. So I think what we do is we strip out, if I had to guess, we strip out this part right here. So we just want the, after the trailing slash there, because we're not editing this, but there we go. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, let's try this again. Extensions, GoPublish, Google Sheets, run bulk export, post export, select our domain. And I'm just going to run through and do this as I did before with when we did the single post. So bear with me. I'm just going to run through this real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. Okay, here we go. So we're going to run the export now. When this finishes, we should see this post. Let's do this actually. I'm going to rename this to old. There we go. We should see 2 new posts come in with these names. Doc1, Doc2. Okay, let's go ahead and go for that. So here we go. Export post. Error invalid headers. Please click on setup export sheet given in the ad. Okay. Extensions, Google Sheets, GoPublish Google Sheets. Run bulk export. Should have paid attention to what it said. Setup export sheet, setup current sheet. Okay, here we go. We have created 3 columns for this sheet. Okay. URL, enter the docs URLs which you want to export in this column. Okay. Export flag, enter 1 if you want to export that row and 0 if you want to skip the row. Leave empty to stop the process on this row. Okay. I want to export it, so I'm going to put a 1 in there. ID, enter the WordPress post page ID in this column if you want to update. Keep it empty if you don't want to update. Okay. So I'm just going to put an export flag of 1 in here so it'll trigger. We'll leave the ID blank. All right, let's export. All right, it's doing something. There's the ID that it assigned. There's the link when it performed it. Let's go back to our site. Okay, it didn't do a title in there. No big deal. It's something I did wrong, but it's probably something really, really simple. The main thing is we want to look at the content of each of these. There we go. So in this one, we see that the image in the body is this. This is our featured image. Over here, we're going to see the reverse, or we should. There we go. Very, very cool. And now we are barely scratching the surface of what this thing can do because you are working in a spreadsheet. I mean, think of all of the data that you can put in here. But yeah, that's totally my fault. It's not GoPublish's fault on why those, like, the file names didn't come across. It's something I just missed, but a very simple fix. But yeah, you can see you can assign custom IDs. Yeah, all kinds of really cool stuff. Get SEO optimized meta titles and descriptions. Still didn't get that to work, but again, it could have been something that I did wrong. Let's take one more look at that and see if we can just start over here. Let's do a new doc. I'm just going to call this one AI. AI. Okay, we're going to go to extensions, go publish, export to WordPress, export as a post. I think what I did also that I shouldn't have done is I connected more times than I needed to, and that's why there's 2 domains showing up here. So once you connect once, I think you're good to go. All right, new post, publish it, Gutenberg, use H1 title from this dot. Oh, that's what I did. Here we go. So this is what I missed on those other ones. I forgot to put that title in. We'll just kind of call this AI, category 1, export. We're not going to do images in this one. Let's do a meta title. Let's try the AI again. It's got to have something to go off of, right? But even so, if we hard code it, meta title test. Okay, we're going to go with that. Let's now preview the HTML. We should see that meta in there. No, we don't. Okay, so I'm not sure. Last time I'll say it. It's probably in this video if we were to watch this video, but I'm going to skip that. All right. So I'm going to hard code that meta title in there and we will see if we see it. So let's export. Okay, that's done. Let's go back over here, refresh. Here's our AI post. That is good to go. Let's view the post on the front end. Let's view the page source. Let's do a search for that meta, and it's not in there. So it's something I'm doing. I'm confident that it works. I'm confident that it works. All right, I think that's it, guys. I think we covered pretty much everything, but we're totally scratching the surface. Integrates with Yoast and Rank Math if you happen to use those. I would like to see more integrations with other SEO plugins over time, but those are 2 popular plugins to be sure. Yeah, I think that covers it here. Write content in Google Docs. So before, write content in Google Docs, add images, videos, create a new post in WordPress, manually copy paste the content from Google Docs to WordPress, fix content formatting and styling, optimize image sizes and captions, add featured image, select relevant categories and tags, write meta description, hit publish. Now with Go Publish, you just write the content in Google Docs as I've shown you, optimize image file sizes. We didn't really talk about that, but we didn't talk about captions either, but we looked at assigning alt text. Select a relevant category and tags. We covered that. Write meta and title description. A bit of an issue with that, but I'm going to put the blame on myself for that one. It's probably something I'm not doing, or it's something in that video. And then you just hit publish. So I think we've proven this to actually be true and how much time that it does save you. So you can just imagine coming over here, punching out docs here in Google Docs, jumping over to a Google Sheet, punching in those URLs in bulk. Let's say you have a ton of docs here like that, and then just doing that bulk export, and then jumping over to the WordPress side, tidying anything up if you even have to tidy anything up at all. Yeah, super, super cool extension. Thank you again, Go Publish, for being a partner, and Also, hurry up and go jump on that free giveaway for GoPublish. It ends in less than 3 days, so like 2.5 days from now at the time of this recording. All right. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.